Letting go of constant worry. Life has a way of challenging us with uncertainty, unexpected events, and pressures from every direction. One of the main reasons we feel stuck or drained is because we care too much about outcomes, the opinions of others, or circumstances beyond our control. Worry becomes a constant companion, draining our energy and clouding our clarity. But spiritual awakening teaches that the moment you begin to release this constant worry, you create space for life to flow naturally, effortlessly, and beautifully. By telling yourself each morning, I release worry and trust the flow of life, you are not giving up on your responsibilities or dreams. You are choosing to align with a higher energy that guides everything in its perfect timing. Letting go of worry starts with awareness. Notice how much energy you spend ruminating on what might go wrong, on what others might think, or on outcomes you cannot control. This energy, when redirected, can fuel your growth, creativity, and inner peace. Each morning, you have the opportunity to choose. Will you focus on fear, or will you focus on trust? The mind is powerful, and the words you speak to yourself shape the vibration of your day. By consciously releasing worry through affirmations, meditation, or mindful breathing, you begin to recalibrate your energy. Another key aspect of letting go of worry is understanding the difference between caring and controlling. Caring is natural. It keeps you motivated and responsible. But controlling everything in your life, from the reactions of others to the timing of events, creates resistance. Resistance blocks your flow and keeps you in a state of tension. Morning affirmations like, I release the need to control outcomes and trust the process of life, remind you that surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is a conscious choice to move in alignment with the natural order of the universe. Letting go of constant worry also strengthens your emotional resilience. Life will always present challenges, but by reducing worry, you approach obstacles with clarity instead of panic. You make better decisions, respond calmly, and see opportunities that worry often blinds you to. The less you cling to fear, the more freely your energy flows towards solutions, creative ideas, and synchronicities that guide you toward your goals. Finally, releasing worry allows you to experience the beauty and flow of life. When you care without obsessing, when you act intentionally without forcing outcomes, you become a magnet for peace, abundance, and alignment. Life begins to feel lighter, more effortless, and more joyful. By starting each morning with the affirmation that you release worry, you create a foundation for spiritual growth, emotional balance, and a day that moves in harmony with the universe. Stop seeking external validation. One of the biggest obstacles to living a life of flow is caring too much about what others think. Seeking approval, attention, or validation from the outside world traps your energy and keeps you from moving naturally with life. When your sense of self-worth depends on others' opinions, your peace, confidence, and joy are constantly at the mercy of external circumstances. Spiritual awakening teaches that true freedom comes from internal alignment. By affirming each morning, I honor my path and trust my journey, you redirect your focus from the judgments of others to the guidance of your own inner wisdom. External validation can feel rewarding in the short term, but it is fleeting. Compliments, likes, and praise are temporary and can never provide the deep, lasting sense of fulfillment that comes from within. When you stop relying on others to feel worthy or successful, you reclaim your power. Your energy is no longer scattered trying to meet everyone else's expectations. Instead, it is concentrated on living authentically, pursuing your goals, and aligning with the life you are truly meant to lead. Morning affirmations play a powerful role in this process. Each day, by repeating statements like, I am enough exactly as I am, or I do not need anyone's approval to feel worthy, you train your mind to internalize self-respect and confidence. These affirmations act as a shield against the pressure to conform, helping you release anxiety about judgment or rejection. Over time, your brain rewires itself to prioritize your values, desires, and intuition over outside opinions. Letting go of the need for external validation also enhances your spiritual growth. When you stop measuring yourself against others, you can focus on your personal journey. You notice your progress, lessons, and unique contributions instead of comparing yourself to someone else's path. Each step you take is intentional, rooted in purpose and authenticity. Life begins to flow naturally because you are no longer resisting it by trying to satisfy others. You are aligning with your inner truth and highest potential. Furthermore, ceasing the pursuit of approval strengthens your relationships and interactions. When you are secure in your own worth, you communicate with clarity, set healthy boundaries, and attract people who respect and support your authentic self. Your energy becomes magnetic, drawing opportunities, experiences, and connections that align with your values and aspirations rather than superficial expectations. Ultimately, stopping the need for external validation is a daily practice of freedom, empowerment, and trust. By starting each morning with affirmations that reinforce self-respect, authenticity, and confidence, you release the chains of fear, judgment, and comparison. You step into a life of flow, where your energy moves naturally, your decisions are aligned with your purpose, and your peace and joy are anchored within. The universe responds to this clarity and alignment, bringing the experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with your true self. Release the need to control. One of the most significant barriers to experiencing the natural flow of life is the need to control everything. We often convince ourselves that controlling outcomes, people, or situations will guarantee success, happiness, or security. Yet, in reality, this need creates tension, frustration, and resistance. Spiritual awakening teaches that control is an illusion. The universe operates in a rhythm, a flow that often surpasses our limited understanding. By affirming each morning, "I trust life to guide me and allow events to unfold naturally," you begin to release the pressure to force things into your timeline and instead align with the natural movement of life. Letting go of control requires awareness. Notice when you feel the urge to micromanage your life or the actions of others. These moments are signals that you are resisting the flow. By acknowledging this resistance, you create the space to consciously shift your energy. Morning affirmations serve as reminders that control does not equal power. Alignment does. Trusting the process is an act of strength, not weakness. It allows you to navigate life with clarity, calm, and confidence. Releasing control also opens the door to opportunities you might otherwise miss. When we try to orchestrate every detail, we often overlook the possibilities the universe is placing in our path. By surrendering, you allow life to surprise you with blessings, guidance, and experiences that you could never have predicted or planned. Each step becomes more intuitive, more aligned, and more effortless. You begin to notice synchronicities and signs that guide your decisions naturally. Another essential aspect of releasing control is understanding the difference between action and attachment. You can still work toward your goals, make decisions, and pursue your desires, but without clinging to specific outcomes or timelines. This detachment reduces stress and fear while enhancing creativity, problem-solving, and clarity. When you act from intention rather than anxiety, your energy becomes magnetic, attracting people, resources, and opportunities that support your growth. Releasing control also strengthens your spiritual resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. When you cling too tightly to a particular outcome, any deviation can cause frustration or despair. By letting go, you cultivate flexibility, adaptability, and faith. You understand that detours, delays, and unexpected turns are not obstacles. They are lessons, guidance, and preparation for something greater. Finally, practicing daily affirmations that release the need for control sets a foundation for inner peace and empowerment. When you remind yourself each morning that life is unfolding perfectly, you release anxiety, tension, and unnecessary worry. You step into a state of flow where your actions are deliberate, your mind is calm, and your energy resonates with the universe. By releasing control, you allow life to move naturally, creating space for abundance, joy, and spiritual alignment. Trust the universe's timing. Life has a natural rhythm, a flow that often surpasses our understanding. One of the biggest challenges we face is impatience, wanting things to happen according to our schedule, in our way, and on our terms. Spiritual awakening teaches that the universe operates with perfect timing. Everything in your life unfolds exactly when it is meant to, and every delay, challenge, or waiting period is preparation for something greater. By telling yourself each morning, "I trust the timing of my life and embrace each moment fully," you align your mind and spirit with this universal flow, allowing life to unfold naturally. Trusting the universe's timing begins with surrender. Surrender is not about giving up or being passive. It is about releasing resistance and acknowledging that there is a higher intelligence guiding your path. Every situation, every person you meet, and every event you experience is orchestrated to help you grow, learn, and evolve. When you understand this, you stop forcing outcomes and start embracing patience, knowing that everything is happening for your highest good. Impatience often leads to unnecessary stress, anxiety, and fear. When you rush or try to manipulate circumstances, you create friction that blocks the flow of opportunities and blessings. Trusting timing, on the other hand, allows you to act from a place of calmness, clarity, and confidence. You make decisions without panic, respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively, and remain open to the guidance and synchronicities the universe provides. Morning affirmations are powerful tools for cultivating trust in timing. Statements such as, "I release the need to control outcomes and trust the perfect unfolding of my life," remind you daily that patience is not weakness but wisdom. They help rewire your mindset, reducing anxiety about the unknown and strengthening your faith in the process. Over time, you begin to notice that delays are often blessings in disguise, that challenges are opportunities in preparation, and that waiting periods allow for clarity and alignment. Trusting timing also enhances your ability to embrace life fully. When you stop forcing things, you open yourself to unexpected blessings, creative solutions, and new paths that you may never have imagined. The universe responds to your faith and patience, bringing people, opportunities, and experiences that align perfectly with your growth and purpose. By trusting timing, you create a life that flows naturally, effortlessly, and beautifully. Ultimately, trusting the universe's timing is a daily practice of surrender, faith, and alignment. It frees you from anxiety, obsession, and the pressure to control outcomes. By embracing this principle each morning, you cultivate peace, clarity, and trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should. When you combine this trust with letting go of worry, releasing control, and living authentically, you allow the natural flow of life to guide you toward abundance, joy, and spiritual fulfillment. Embrace freedom in detachment. Detachment is one of the most powerful spiritual practices you can adopt to allow life to flow naturally. Many people confuse detachment with indifference, but true detachment is not about not caring. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional weight of outcomes, opinions, and expectations. When you care too much about results or cling to specific outcomes, you create resistance that blocks your energy and limits your growth. Spiritual awakening teaches that the moment you embrace detachment, you experience a sense of freedom that allows life to move effortlessly. By telling yourself each morning, "I release attachment and move through life with ease and clarity," you create the mental and emotional space needed to align with your highest path. Detachment begins with self-awareness. Notice the areas in your life where you feel the strongest need for control, the deepest fear of loss, or the heaviest attachment. These are the places where resistance accumulates. By acknowledging these patterns, you can begin the process of letting go. Morning affirmations act as reminders that your energy is too valuable to be trapped by fear, obsession, or attachment. Each day, You strengthen your ability to observe life without clinging, to act without desperation, and to move forward without anxiety about outcomes. True detachment allows you to engage fully in life while remaining emotionally balanced. You can care about your goals, relationships, and personal growth. But you do not let fear of failure, judgment, or loss dictate your peace. This freedom fosters clarity, creativity, and resilience. When you're unattached, you see opportunities that might have been hidden behind worry or desperation. You notice solutions, synchronicities, and pathways that guide you naturally towards success, joy, and spiritual alignment. Detachment also empowers your relationships. When you stop clinging to people, approval, or expectations, you create healthier connections. You interact from a place of authenticity rather than neediness, and you attract individuals who resonate with your true energy. By releasing attachment, you allow relationships to evolve naturally, creating harmony rather than tension. Moreover, detachment strengthens your trust in the universe. When you stop trying to force results, you acknowledge that life unfolds perfectly in its own timing. Delays, challenges, or unexpected outcomes are no longer sources of stress. They become lessons, guidance, and opportunities for growth. Morning affirmations like, "I trust life and let go of the need to control," reinforce this mindset, helping you maintain calmness and confidence even in uncertainty. Ultimately, embracing freedom through detachment is a daily practice that transforms your relationship with life. It allows you to care without clinging, act without fear, and move through the world with grace and clarity. By releasing emotional attachment, you create space for abundance, joy, and alignment. Life begins to flow naturally when you let go of the need to force, manipulate, or control, and instead embrace the peace and freedom that detachment offers. Allow life to flow naturally. The final step to truly living in alignment with the universe is learning to allow life to flow naturally. When you release worry, stop seeking external validation, release control, trust timing, and embrace detachment, you create a state of inner harmony that invites the natural rhythm of life to guide you. Flow is not passive. It is an active alignment with the universe, where your energy, intentions, and actions are synchronized with the path meant for you. By affirming each morning, "I trust life, I release resistance, and I allow the universe to guide me," you prepare yourself to move through your day with ease, clarity, and confidence. Allowing life to flow naturally begins with surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up or abandoning your goals. It means releasing resistance to what is, letting go of the need to force outcomes, and trusting that the universe has a plan far greater than anything you can imagine. Each moment becomes an opportunity to act intentionally, rather than from fear, pressure, or expectation. When you surrender, you stop fighting the current of life and begin to move with it, discovering opportunities and blessings that were previously hidden. Flow is deeply connected to presence. The more you remain present, the more you can experience life fully and respond to challenges and opportunities with clarity. Worry about the past or anxiety about the future are obstacles to flow. They drain your energy and distort your perspective. By focusing on the now, you create space for creativity, intuition, and inspiration. Affirmations such as, "I am fully present and open to the gifts of this moment," strengthen your ability to navigate life calmly and intentionally, allowing the natural rhythm of the universe to guide your steps. When life flows naturally, resistance and struggle are replaced by alignment and ease. Ties, synchronicities, people, and opportunities that support your growth and purpose. Actions that once felt forced now feel effortless, and challenges become lessons rather than obstacles. Flow enhances your ability to attract abundance, joy, and meaningful experiences because your energy is no longer fragmented by fear, attachment, or control. Allowing life to flow also deepens your trust in yourself and in the universe. You recognize that everything, delays, unexpected outcomes, or changes in direction, is part of a larger plan designed to support your highest good. This trust reduces anxiety and builds confidence, empowering you to face life with courage, resilience, and peace. Each morning, by committing to this mindset, you reinforce the understanding that life is not about forcing things to happen, but about aligning yourself with the natural current that brings the right people, circumstances, and opportunities into your path. Ultimately, allowing life to flow naturally is the culmination of all spiritual practices. It is the integration of release, trust, detachment, presence, and alignment. When you adopt this mindset daily, you create a life of ease, abundance, and fulfillment. By letting go of control, caring too much, and resisting the natural flow, you step into a state of freedom where every moment becomes an opportunity to experience joy, growth, and alignment with your true self. Life flows effortlessly when you trust, surrender, and allow. And in that flow, you discover the peace, abundance, and spiritual fulfillment you have always been seeking. As we bring this journey to a close, it's important to remember that life is not meant to be forced, overthought, or controlled. True peace, joy, and abundance arise when you release the need to micromanage your circumstances and align with the natural flow of the universe. Every morning presents a choice: to resist life with worry, fear, and attachment, or to embrace it with trust, detachment, and presence. When you choose the latter, you open yourself to experiences, opportunities, and growth that would otherwise remain out of reach. Letting go of constant worry is the first step toward this flow. Worry drains your energy and clouds your clarity. By consciously releasing fear and tension each morning, you allow your mind to focus on what truly matters. Life begins to move effortlessly when you trust that the universe is guiding you toward your highest good. Worry may feel familiar, but it does not serve your highest potential. Replacing it with trust and surrender is the key to moving freely and fully into your day. Equally important is stopping the need for external validation. Caring too much about what others think limits your freedom and energy. By affirming your worth and honoring your path, you shift your focus from the judgments of others to your own growth and authenticity. Life flows naturally when you no longer seek approval or permission from anyone outside yourself. Your energy becomes aligned with your purpose, allowing you to attract the people, opportunities, and circumstances that truly resonate with your soul. Releasing the need to control is another essential step. Trying to orchestrate every outcome creates resistance and tension. By letting go and trusting that life unfolds perfectly, you allow space for synchronicities, guidance, and opportunities to enter. Control is an illusion, and freedom comes from surrendering to the natural rhythm of life. Acting from intention rather than desperation allows your energy to flow, making it easier to navigate challenges with clarity and confidence. Trusting the universe's timing strengthens patience and resilience. Life does not always follow your schedule, and delays are often lessons in disguise. By affirming your faith in the perfect unfolding of events, you reduce anxiety and align yourself with opportunities that may have been hidden behind impatience or fear. Every step, delay, and encounter is part of a larger plan designed to support your growth and fulfillment. Embracing freedom through detachment liberates you from emotional burdens. You can care deeply about your life and goals without clinging to specific outcomes. Detachment creates space for clarity, creativity, and calmness, allowing life to flow effortlessly. Combined with presence and gratitude, it anchors you in the now, enabling you to appreciate each moment fully. Ultimately, allowing life to flow naturally is the culmination of all these practices. It is the integration of release, trust, detachment, presence, and alignment. By starting each morning with these affirmations and intentions, you step into a life of ease, abundance, and fulfillment. You move through the world with clarity, joy, and peace, attracting everything that resonates with your highest self. Remember, life flows effortlessly when you stop forcing, stop worrying, and stop caring excessively. Trust, surrender, and align with the universe. Step into your power, embrace the flow, and watch as your life transforms into a reflection of your true potential and deepest desires.